Okay, good morning everyone. Last time we have using Blender to finish 3 different type of trees, and this time we are going to using Blender to finish 3 different type of buildings, and then we can use all this material into our music box. So let's go to File, New to turn on a new Blender file, and then we can delete the default cube. Press and to open up the right side toolbars and go to Shortcut Viewer to turn on Shortcut Viewer plugins so that you can see your operations. Press 1, go to the front view, press Shift A to import the reference image. And now let's go to the folder which I put the reference. Usually I prefer to put everything into one folder so that it will be easier for you to find your material. And it's right here. So let's import the image. Probably this one is too small. So let's press S and press 3 to enlarge the image into 3 times bigger. And also you can go to here, click the object data property to change the opacity of the image. So click this one and scroll down this one so that you can change the transparency of this image. And I think 0.4 will be fine. Right. Let's go to side view. Press 3, go to the side view. Press Shift A and image, go to reference image. Go to O2 building 4. And press S to scale up this one. And press 3 to get this one 3 times bigger. And press G and Y to move this one to the center. Or you can just move right here using this one. Both of them work. And don't forget to change the opacity here, just like what we did before. Now I think it's pretty much finished. For now, I think we can start to do the model. Let's go to the front view first, and I want to turn off the second reference image. For now, it's useless. So press Shift A to create a cube, and let's move this one to here and enlarge a little bit. If you cannot see very clear, you can press Z and go to wireframe mode, or just click this button and you can switch to wireframe mode. Let's press Tab or go to the scroll down list, choose Edit mode. So that, and we want to use in Edit mode to change the geometries. Go to the vertex mode, select this vertex, and press GZ, move this vertex up. And press 1 again, select all these vertex, press GZ, move this point down. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. You can use your imagination to do the things you want. So I will move this one and move this one. But make sure the geometry is correct. Alright, so for now I have finished this one. And for this part we can do that later, and also for the ground as well. So now let's start to do the detail. How can we do that? Let's using Ctrl R, the cutting edge tools, to cut the geometries. So more or less, I think for now it's quite enough. If you want more, you can hold on your middle mouse button to increase more cutting. And maybe I think 6 would be quite enough. Let's press your left mouse button. And if you don't want to move then, you can just press ESC to finish the operations. Okay, so for now, it's pretty much done. But for the others, we also need this side and this side. We need to cut this part. So press Ctrl R again, click, and move this one to the right position. Ctrl R again, click, and move this one here. Okay, and also in the middle, I think we have to do the same things. Press Ctrl R, click, or you can just leave this one in the middle, and we can Ctrl B to get the bevel so we can get the middle part. Right now it's pretty much finished. So the last part, let's do the window part. So hold on your, let's go to the edge selections. Hold on your Shift and Auto key so that you can select a ring edge. Let's do everything in the same time. Select all of them. Press Ctrl B. And I think we selected the wrong things, especially for the middle. So I don't want this part. Let's do that again. He selected his things. Okay. Hold on your Shift and Auto key. Select the ring. Press Ctrl B to get the thickness. And for the thickness, it's really up to you. So you can choose larger or smaller. For this one, I need to add on one more line. So let's using Ctrl and R again. Select the empty area so you can deselect everything. Ctrl R, and I think the position is okay. So I just press ESC to enter the operations. Okay, so for now, let's start to do the extrusion. First thing, I want to do the rooftop. Let's go to faces and hold on your Shift and Auto key to select the rim, or you can just select the faces like this, using drag and select all these faces. Take a look in three-dimensional object, and now we can start to do the extrusion. Press E, and you can press E and S. You can enlarge this one. It looks okay. And now let's go to here, select the window part. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, so just like what I said before, you can using your imagination about this build to change this building. And so probably this one I will leave like this. Maybe window will be quite enough. And also, as far as you can see, we only select probably one side or two side faces. So I have to redo that again. Hold on your Shift key and select the faces. When you hold on the Shift key, you can select multiple faces, so it will work for you. Take a look about three-dimensional part. And now let's do the extrusion again. And this time I'd like to using extrude face along normal, so we can extrude into the inner part. Click and finish. Okay, so now it's about this side. So let's go to the front view and let's choose these faces. Hold on your Shift key to select all of them. And let's press E, or using right click, extrusion along normals. And this time it's go outside. Okay, so now it's pretty much finished. So let's do the final part. Select all these faces and also in the back part. And press E, or using extrusion face along normals. Okay, so now it's pretty much finished. Let's press Tab and switch to Solid Mode and take a look of our result. It looks okay, but probably if you turn on the side view, it's too large, so we have to scale down in the Y direction. Press X and Y, scale down a little bit. It looks fine, and for the upper part, I think we can make this one longer. So go to Tab, select the faces, hold on your Shift key to do the multi-selections, and then press S and Y to enlarge this part. For now it looks okay. Go to the front view to check the result. Alright, so let's do the other side. Press Tab to jump out the edit mode. And we have to create another new cube. So let's press Shift and Cube. And go to the front view. Scale down. And move here. It doesn't have to be exactly the same things or exactly the same geometries. But more or less, I think we can do similar stuff. So let's scale down the entire cube and press S and Z to enlarge in the Z directions and move this one down. We can align them later, but for now I just want to do the model. So I think this one is easier. Let's just go to edit mode, press tab to go to the edit mode, and press Ctrl R to cut more geometries. And you can, using your middle mouse button, scroll up to get more sections, and I think for now it's quite enough. And press ESC to leave the cutting edge in the same position. And we also need two lines in the border, so let's press Ctrl R again. And we can use scroll to get more edge. Press your left mouse button and press ESC to get the result. And I think this part is supposed to be wider, so let's press S and X to enlarge this one. Okay, so now it's pretty much finished. Let's go to face selection, go to the face mode, and it's better to using wireframe so that we can select both side faces. Select all these faces, and then go to the 3D view, right click, extrusion faces along normals. Okay, now let's go back to the front view. It's pretty much finished. So we can do some change because I hope the upper part is smaller and then bottom part could be larger. So let's hold on your control key to deselect and using your left mouse button to select the faces. And then press S and Z to smaller the geometries here. Make sure you have select right. Okay, probably it's just not that good. Let's don't do that. Let's go back to front view again. Let's using vertex mode and select all these faces. Press S and Z to scale down all of them. Move them up. It's pretty much finished. So I think now the shape looks like the things we want. And also we can go to the side view, select all the points, and if you want you can using Ctrl A to select all of them. And it's supposed to have the same size just like the side view. Let's go to side view. And probably we can press S and Y to enlarge a little bit. Okay, for now I think it's pretty much finished. So let's press tab to jump out the edit mode and press Z to go to solid mode. Check out the result. It looks okay. So now we have to align these two objects and combine them together and create a plate. So let's go to the front view. How can we align these two objects? There are multiple ways to do that. First way is we can use in the snap to snap these two things together. Another way is that we can use in this cursor to help us. So I prefer to using cursor. Let's go to tab, select this point, and we can hold using Shift and S and selection cursor to select it. And you will move the cursor to this selection point. Press tab to jump out this one. And then let's change. Let's select this side building, go to tab, select this point, and we can move this one to the cursor. So how can we do that? Let's press Shift and S, selection to cursor. So it will move the model to the cursor. But the things we want to do is to make this part aligned with this edge. How can we do that? Let's take a look. It's a little bit tricky to use this way, so I will redo these operations. Let's move this one to the side, and then I will go to edit mode, choose these corner points, press Shift S to move the cursor to select it, press tab to jump out the edit mode, and now go to object, set origins to 3D cursor. So now I have moved the center point of this object to the cursors. And then let's select this one, press tab, press this corner point, press Shift S to change the position of the cursor, and this time let's choose the cursor to select it. So we will move the cursor to here. Now we can start to use in this way. Press Shift and S and choosing selection to cursor. So it will perfectly move this object to the side view. So it's one way to do that, but probably it's a little bit tricky. So actually, usually we don't have to make so precise. We can just do that manually because inside Blender, like the precision doesn't matter anyway. And there's another way, is using the snap tools to help us to snap the object. Let's take a look of this one. Let's move this building back to the positions. So press GX to move this one to other side. And then let's turn on the snap. And there are multiple ways to snap object. And we can choose increment or vertex or edge. And this time I think it's better for us to choose an edge. And go to the front view. Now we can use this one to snap this edge. So let's hold. And when the object go close to this to the left side building, it will automatically be snapped to the side. So that's another way to do the snap, to do the align regions. So first way is using cursor, but it's more tricky, but it's very super precise. Another way is using the snap functions. We can snap the object to the position we want. Finally, let's create a ground. Let's press Shift A, Mesh, Plan. Enlarge this one, press 1, and enlarge again. And now we can turn off the snap because it doesn't matter anymore. And we need some thickness for this ground. So this time I want to use a modifier. Let's go to the modifier property here. Go to add a modifier, and we can add a modifier which name skin. And as far as you can see, it will create some thickness for us. But probably it doesn't show it correct. So let's do that again. Turn off this modifier, or we can just using another one which named solidify. It will make this geometry become a solid object. So as far as you can see, now we have some thickness. We can increase this thickness, and once you finish, press apply, make this one become a real geometry. Press SY to smaller this plate, move this one back. Now it's pretty much finished. So let's select all of them. I don't need that one, so deselect this one, hold on your Control key to deselect. And we can press Control J, make this building becomes just one. And it's pretty much finished. And if you want to add more detail, actually we can go to tab mode, choosing edge, and select all the edge. Control A or L to select all of them. And then press Control B to give all the edge some bevel shot, bevel corner. And it will look better when we are working on rendering. Press tab to jump out. So now it's pretty much finished. Let's delete these two reference. And don't forget to save your file. For the other two building, basically we use the same logic. So I will leave these two as your homework. And hopefully you can finish these three buildings as soon as possible, because we are going to use them in our music box and make a nice texture for them and do beautiful rendering. Okay, that's all about this tutorial. See you next time.